Good day to all. Good day to all. This is Nurturing of Our Humanity. This is my live video. This is what we're doing on Wednesday. I have been privy to quite a bit of information that's quite, anyway, it's enlightening. And I appreciate that. I'm a warrior of truth, and I take the truth in any form it comes, including terribly disappointing. I come with all of it. The title of this video is Growth Beyond Liars, Water and Oil. I'm going to break it all down. You'll see it in the thumbnail. You'll get to it. We'll get it. So with all things, just about all things, I would say anything that's concerning you personally, clarity comes from knowledge of self. In addition to knowledge of self, is also about your mission statement and what you're here to do, what this life, what this world, what this existence means to you and what you're trying to do with it. And then hopefully outside of the people who are being disingenuous, we're going to go into that. I'm going to give you the definition of that and all. But outside of that, hopefully you have new people in your life. And the reason I say new people is because by my experience in life, the people who have been around you the longest think they know you the best. Typically, they cannot see you grow because they have already come to their complete conclusion on you. Where you meet a new person and they're ready to meet you at where you are now. It can be terribly fatiguing being around people who are carrying trauma bonds and trauma scars and past opinions and judgments, and to the point where ego and other things get in it, and then it becomes a blatant full-on lie where now they're just lying on you. They're lying on you because it makes better sense for them to be as bitter as they are in their world, as long as this is true about you. Okay. So it all comes from you really overstepping somebody, stepping on them. It might not even have been consciously, but they know the intimidation of the truth that you walk and carry. And that's what brings the vindictiveness. So disingenuous. Not the definition is not candid or sincere, typically by pretending that one knows less about something than one really does. A damn liar. Okay. Me personally, the interesting thing is when I do the statistics, when I do the real stats of the people who have beef with me or grief with me or whatever it is, I don't see where they can stand on something like, he did this to me, he stole, he cheated, he didn't pay me back. I mean, I'm pretty stellar in that department. I'm not a piece of shit person like that. This stuff comes from intimidation. This comes from them being mad at you that they can't say what they want to say to you, or that they don't carry themselves the way you do, or as free flowing as you do, or whatever it is. But it definitely comes from some sense of that. Let me sidebar real quick, and I want to share something else. I know I had shared it in a meme, and I just really loved it when I saw it. Okay, here it is. When envy can't compete, it will gossip. When envy can't compete, it will gossip. So this is where I want to take this, because we really want to bring this around to the path of how do you deal with this, because you're not going to be able to change that somebody else feels a fucking way that they don't have the balls to say, and then they're busy trying to sway a crowd's opinion because yo their victimhood doesn't fit into the narrative of the truth. It has to have something extra put on it before it makes sense for somebody to be that fucking butthurt. You know what I mean? Okay. So I want to write something else that I shared as well. I want to say something else that I wrote. So I believe you identify and see people better through empathy. Let me give you the definition of empathy. Empathy is generally described as the ability to perceive another person's perspective, to understand, feel, and possibly share and respond to their experience. What that means is if you tell the truth, there's a reason why you tell the truth, just like there's a reason why liars lie, why they're trying to sway the room and get other people to think something else or otherwise of you. I think I'm going to get to the root of that in here. But just think for a second. If you're the truth teller, okay, you're the truth teller, and you've realized that the reason you tell the truth to everybody is because it offends the right people. In addition to it offending the right people, the truth also is freeing. It carries so much less baggage. If you live a life of virtue, I would guess. But I'm just saying that, or like at least a life you're proud of or not ashamed of. Um, the reason a person is lying, this is my opinion of it. People lie to sway opinion and gather the appearance of being much better than their truth warrants. The truth is not their friend. And just imagine the anxiety that that brings, trying to create a false reality and trying to bring others to see your victimhood, which is not even based in reality at all. I believe that's a lot of the reason why people lie. It's definitely to gain advantage, it's for power, it's for strength. And you got to understand that people are doing that to you because they see your strength. It's just like jealousy. It comes from a place of measurement, not measuring up to. It could just be the person's opinion. We're all human. We're all beautiful beings out here that have the ability and possibility to do anything. But the things that get in front of you and stop you are a blockade. It is truly a barrier you can't get past. No, you can. We just got to think past them, grow past them, move past them. It does happen and it will happen. But I believe that empathy is how you actually identify these things and see these people for who they are, because you have to go, how much anxiety is this person living under to be telling lies all the time and then trying to remember what they said and such forth and all that, like, and to who they said it to, and keeping secrets and having conversations with this person. And then the worst part about it is the person that you're lying with or keeping this lie with, this is probably a way of life for them. Um, the despicable person that I'm personally thinking about, I know they talk shit about every single person I know. And what does that say about you? It's like when a woman says, "Oh, all men ain't shit," and you go, maybe it's something about your pussy that keeps attracting ain't shit men. I've heard that said in a comedic way, but boy, that really resonates and hits. Like, you got to do some self introspection there. You got to see what it is about you that keeps having you in this mess, right? But um, I think it's about feeling sorry for a person. A lot of the people who I was carrying some vitriol for, um, I've gotten past it because I've seen how childish and stupid and silly their ways are. And I've seen the fact that the problem is that I'm an imposing character or imposing figure. And I'm not willing or going to change that for any of these punk ass motherfuckers at all. So we got a standoff here. Now, what can I do in the midst of that? We don't have to collide that. It doesn't have to, run into each other. I can do some BSing and some jiving and shucking to just keep the situation pleasant. Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right, cool, cool, cool. But we ain't got to go into no deep stuff because I'm not going to lie to you. The truth is, you don't want this conversation. The truth is, you really don't want nobody else to hear this conversation, or you want them to hear your side of the conversation, but you don't want them to hear the conversation. You don't want them to hear what's really in your mind, what you're really thinking. For me, I think it's so freeing to just be honest and open about stuff. But at my root, I don't carry hate, vitriol, or bitterness for other people. So I don't mind things getting to the root of the truth because my truth is not offensive like that. I want to see everybody win. I just think a lot of the systems that are in place are set up for us not to win. So just to make sure that I get into the whole gist of it, liars. Yeah. And the water and oil that is, no matter how you mix them, they're going to come apart, and I know what I am. And I'm going to say that the truth is water and the liars are oil. They're more synthetic. And, oil has advantages if you're trying to fry something. Water has an advantage if you're trying to boil it or even drink and live. So, make your choice and, you know, ride your side. But I think understanding the weakness, the smallness, the perception that you are the reason why something's going on with this other person, which is the total opposite of accountability. But whatever the story or narrative is that they're telling themselves, I swear to God, they won't say it to the world. They won't even say it to an entire room because they won't even say it to you. They're busy trying to, because they're really not here to get through stuff. But the good thing is, they're so small. All you got to do is just look right around them. They really so small. So truth over lies all the time. But I just want to understand that when somebody is taking the time to lie on you, when you occupy that much space in someone's mind, that they're sitting there twisting narratives and came with this opinion and got this opinion and that opinion about you, your family tree, where you come from, what's in your bloodline, everything about you. That's a lot of mental space you got in a sucker motherfucker's head, And I got to feel sorry for you. I have to feel sorry for you. So with that, that's my live, y'all. That's this Wednesday live. And if you can't tell the truth, well, you really ain't shit. But I'll say this. Try to be around people that you can tell the truth about or tell the truth with. Like, get to a point where at least if you're lying your way, you think out of a situation or into a better situation, however that works, the goal is to get somewhere where you can be truthfully you, where you can let your hair down, where you can be with no makeup, where you can have no filter, where you can just be genuinely yourself without being a backstabbing, gossiping piece of shit. So I wish for all of those people who are tormenting themselves into these horrible places that they find the place they're looking for where none of that exists. But until then, happy misery, motherfucker. Nurturing of our humanity. I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.